Peter, what do you think of the fact that the governor proposed closing Junction City? And
Don't
that,
talk to me. She
and
knows
just-
I'm mad about that.
May I finish? And she's gotten a lot of pushback on that, and she proposed a new women's prison, and she's getting a lot of pushback on that.
Well, I don't know what you're trying to do to me here. Peter's against the governor. You're trying to play that cutesy game. The governor knows from day one I was upset about Junction City because I let her know. The women's prison has been something that it's another example where we can just incarcerate people. And I think we're really working hard this session. I have to say, this is one thing we're trying to do bipartisan, to say, let's not just build more prison beds. That isn't the answer to how we turn people's lives around and how we make ourselves safe. And that's another whole revolution we need to get into. But I'm going to tell you something. A lot of that discussion involves mental illness, whether you know it or not. If you want to get real, you build another prison, and you're once again you're ignoring the fact that mental illness is a major reason some of those women are in the situation they are. In fact, a high percentage of them, and I mean it. So there's another example. You brought it up. We could revolutionize the number of prison beds we need, if we would treat mental illness to the extent I think we should. I'm just going to tell you that.
Is Salem still the penal colony of Oregon?
Well, what he's talking about, just so you know, years ago when I was in the House, I once said Salem, Oregon, because there was no other state capital in the nation where they put all their prisons in one place, the state capital. Oregon did that. They put all their prisons here and all their mental health facilities here. And I made a statement, Salem is a penal colony. Now, when I did it, the Statesman General put it on the front page in glossy orange flaming language, and it blew me up. Courtney called Salem a penal colony. And my life nearly ended and changed. And he was there, and that's what he is going back to that, and it had an impact. Peter, you said, my wife said, oh my God, you said Salem's a penal colony. And it sort of went over, and she was embarrassed. She had to hide for weeks and days. My sons tried to get adopted out. I didn't call it that because they said, Dad called Dad Salem penal colony. So that is what he's referring to. But I will tell you something. It's funny about a word or a phrase.
That's true.
It caused a major change in the thinking of Oregon, and from that day on, we put our prisons all over the state of Oregon. Now, I'm being very honest with you about that, and Junction City it wasn't all Salem, they built one in Junction City. So you can make fun of that, but it really alarmed people enough, like, we ought to spread this out as opposed to putting it all here. So that is what he's talking about. I called Salem up here. Now, you didn't think that was funny, Haley, but some people thought that was, oh my word, he said penal colony.